There we go. We're on now. We want to welcome you guys back we're going to talk today about the conference on Saturday. Yesterday we got on and we talked about the conference for Friday. And so Saturday's different. Friday is all keynote speakers. But Saturday is a really busy day. So you're going to want to plan out your schedule when you're coming, what classes you're going to be doing, what speakers you want to see, what food demonstrations you want to be at. And so we're going to kind of go through some of these speakers and then some of the interactive classes and those schedules. And then you'll be able to get a better understanding of kind of what they are and stuff. So, okay. So we're going to start out, on Saturday, the doors, they opened up at 9.
And once again, we want to give you about an hour or so just to go visit the vendors, to kind of come on in. If you weren't able to be there Friday, you can get registered and just come on in. And we want you to be able to experience what we're doing because it's pretty crazy. So it just got set up yesterday. I'm going back today. The vendors are going to be starting to put all their stuff in their booths and everything. So it's a packed day today. But it's now coming, it's now real. So it's kind of crazy seeing it. It's huge. You don't realize how big it is till you're doing it.
Okay. So, and we don't want to get you guys confused because we are going to be talking about Saturday. Yesterday, we talked about Friday. So you can go back and look at that one from Friday. But so for Saturday, doors open at 9. The speakers, they start at 10 o'clock. And the first one we have
a set of two speakers on Saturday at 10 o'clock. And
it's Sinead Irwin and then Dr. Kenneth Oliver. So Sinead, she is a nutritionalist. She's a functional nutritionalist. And so when she is working with people, she really talks about what are these things that are, getting to the root cause of nutrition.
Basically helping people have food as their medicine.
So, and then we have Dr. Oliver. Mm-hmm. You want to talk about Dr. Oliver?
Yeah, so Dr. Oliver is a fellow chiropractor like myself, but he's a chiropractic neurologist. I did a little bit of that when I was going through school, and I'll tell you what, you have to be really smart to be a chiropractic neurologist because it was a lot of study. Anyway, so he's going to talk about the neurology of immunology, how our nervous system affects our immune system.
Okay, so then at 11 o'clock, we have Angie Christensen, and hers is Immune Booster Boot Camp with food, herbs, and homeopathy. And so she really helps people learn about the immune system and how to increase your immune system through the foods we have, through the herbs that we take, and through homeopathy.
And then we have Jared Sinclair. A lot of you are familiar with him. He's been, on our podcast and different things of that nature. Actually, we're on his podcast. He does the 1280 The Zone Vitality Nutrition. So he's going to be speaking on building mental awareness through probiotics. So a lot of people don't realize that our probiotics and our gut health also affect our brain health and how our mental health is. Then we have Tasha, and she is our expert on essential oils. So she actually works for Nature's Fusion, who's one of our sponsors, and she will be the expert on essential oils. But she'll also be doing a class a little later on using some essential oils in food prep.
Okay, and so then at 12:15, we have, I guess you call it dynamic trio. We have
It started out as Karen, and then she brought out her daughter, and then they decided to bring out another friend. So it'll be 3 of them. We'll see how this works.
Yeah, so it's Karen Urbanic and Amy Sprouse and Jenilyn Griffiths, and they are going to be talking about basically people that are struggling with gut health, which
gut issues,
acid reflux, bloating, SIBO, SIMO, candida overgrowth, and then just all of your common gut health things that you have. And so that's going to be a really fun class too.
And then we have Aaron Ogden, and his I think will be a really fun one. I think what he does is he gets people to get healthier so that they can do an adventure. So that's his business. So it's when I heard about him, I thought that was really cool. So what he does is he gets people ready so they can go, let's say, hike Kilimanjaro or something like that. So he does different things like that to get them prepared so that they can do a really, really cool activity.
And then we have Lamont and
Sorry,
Mikhail.
it's one of our speakers right now. I'll call him later.
That's what happens when you're live, right? We have Lamont and Mikhail Wilcox. Now they Lamont has created a system called the NAAP, and they're going to talk about the latest discoveries in neuroscience to create the life that you want. And so he goes in and helps people.
Instead of doing like psychological counseling, you use this technique and you're able to overcome more, the anxieties, depressions, all those kinds of things.
And basically just how you
issues.
Like look at life differently and things like that. He talks a lot about mappings in our brain. And if we understand how those maps work in our brain, then we can change everything in our life. And then we have a lunch break from 1 to 2:30. But during the lunch break, we have lunch and learns. And so these are just
little 20-minute classes.
Well,
So
they're
25-minute classes.
25-minute classes. And so you can get a lot of other information in too. Instead, if you want to just eat your food there and, attend the classes, you're more than welcome to do that. So we have Lauren Burke, and she is the owner of Lauren Burke Cosmetique. Yeah. But it's her cosmetics. And so she's going to be talking about basically the stuff that we put on our skin can affect who we are and the type of, and what it can do to our bodies. And also, when you're putting things on your body that don't really work with you, it can make you sick in a lot of different ways. And so she's going to be talking about that. And then the next one we have Amy and Jeremy Keeks, and they're going to be talking about how we hold stresses in our bodies and a way that we can, because it can cause a lot of trauma, a lot of these stresses.
So they're massage therapists, and they use a specific, I think it's SOT technique, and they use a little bit different, and it's basically trying to help us overcome our traumas and stresses. So
they're going to be talking about that. And then the next one we have Jane Birch. Now she is, she's going to be talking about whole food, plant-based diet, basically to have optimal health. She's been living that way for a while and teaching that. She does a lot. She's an author, written books and articles. You'll probably see those around. So she's going to be talking about plant-based food. And then
So then the next part of the lunch and learn, we have 3 more speakers.
Yes. And so you want to talk about?
Yeah. So we have Larry Law. So he is going to be speaking on glycobiology. And this is something that until we actually started talking to him, I had no idea about it. And this is my world, right? So this is actually how our bodies actually need good sugars, because they are what surround the cells, and they help as the receptor sites for all the hormones and different things. And so our sugars can get screwed up, and that's what he's going to be talking about.
Okay. And then we have Kelly Warbrook. And so she is, she talks about the advance of thermography and using it for like breast cancer and stuff like that.
And this is very important, because there's a lot of how do you say, politicalization of mammography. A couple of years ago in mammography, there was a study that came out and showed that it wasn't successful at all to stop doing it. And all the women's rights activists and all that kind of stuff had a conniption fit because they thought that they were trying to trash women's health. But the reality is mammography is not very effective. But things that she does, thermography, is very effective in finding things, and they find it earlier. So, and it's cheaper. That's the cool thing. Then we have Peter Compton. Peter Compton is actually the son of one of our former speakers, and one we've known for quite some time. He is going to be doing EFT. So EFT is how using tapping. And tapping is a way that you can overcome emotions and things of that nature.
Okay, so then at 2:30, we have Dr. Heather Say, and she is going to be talking about natural approaches to hormones and also for fertility. Mm-hmm. She works with a lot of women to be able to help them balance out their hormones and also be able to get pregnant and with people that are having fertility issues.
Yeah, Dr. C is really good. And then we have Michelle Jorgensen. She is a biological dentist, but she's going to actually be talking about airway issues and problems and the reasons why we're having so much issues with like sleep apnea and things of that nature. But also why biological dentistry is important to look at, especially when you have like fillings removed and things of that nature, because they do it totally different as a biological dentist. Then we have Dr. Ray Andrew, and Dr. Ray Andrew is he's actually in Moab, but he comes once a week into Springville. But he is our male hormone expert. But he does hormones and all kinds of different things. And he's practiced. But he'll be speaking on male hormones, testosterone, and the importance of that.
Yeah, because it's not only just women.
That's right.
Okay, so Neil Schultz, we have him, and he is going to be talking about homeopathy and how it works, and basically how it can improve our health
and how you can do it at home.
Yeah,
because homeopathy is absolutely something that can be a home.
And we can have our own medicine just with homeopathy.
Yeah. Then we have Dr. Todd Cameron. Dr. Todd Cameron is a naturopath. He'll be speaking on other hormone issues like thyroid and adrenals, and those are a huge problem for a lot of people. And he is definitely an expert in this area on those topics, and he'll give us some good insight on that.
And then we have Dr. Jerry Duggar, and he's going to be talking about gut health and the microbiome, and then helping us understand the importance of that, because most of these diseases, they start in our gut. So
as you notice, we got quite a few things on eating right and gut health. And the reason is because those are if you can do all the other stuff, but if you don't do those things, then you're not going to be healthy. And that's the reality. And most of those things play off of how we eat.
And then at 5:00, we have Carlin Call, and she is the Just Ingredients lady. It's just.ingredients if you know her on Instagram. And she's going to be talking about the products that we have and how it is affecting our health.
The products that we have in our home, right?
The products we have and what we put on our skin, and like all different types of things of the products that we buy and how they affect us.
Then we have Mark Webb, and Mark Webb is going to be speaking on CBD and also NACET. Now, NAC was taken off the market by the federal government because apparently 50 years ago they used it as a medication. Well, it's
in a hospital.
Yeah, so. it's an
amino acid.
It's an amino acid. So it's not a drug, but anyway, because it helps with lung issues and being able to breathe properly, they took it off the market during this COVID time, which is.
But he
wants
wants
to go there. Anyway, he's going to talk about that and how now with this NACET, how it actually is more absorbable, and they're actually launching this product at our conference.
So next we have David Christopher, and we are really blessed to be able to have him too. He's going to be talking about preventing diseases with herbal protocols and nutritional therapies and nature remedies.
And he's one of our probably most knowledgeable speakers. I mean, he put it this way: his dad was basically the godfather of herbology, or one of them, right? And so he grew up with this. This has been his life since he was born. So he's very knowledgeable on these type of things. And
so anyways, then we have, you can come to visit the vendors. The vendors will be open up until 7:00, and you can come and just browse them and, see what the different natural products that they have there. And so now we're going to go to the interactive classes. Now the interactive classes, they start at 9:15 in the morning. So the doors open up at 9, and then the interactive classes, they start at 9:15. And we're going to have Rebecca Adams, and she's going to be doing a morning yoga class with us. Now, all of these interactive classes, anybody can take it. So don't feel that you have to have a certain skill level, or
that's why we're doing it. We don't want you to have any skill level.
We want you to come and try it and experience
and see what it is all about.
Okay, so then at 10:00, we have Serena Koffer, and she is, I don't know how to say this. It's the Feldenkrais movement. And
so it's not yoga, but there's some similarities, but it's not yoga.
We did do a Facebook Live with her. Yeah. If you want to go and listen more about what her class is, then you can do that. And
she's using movement for health.
Yeah. And so then the next one, we have Danielle Bryant, and she is at 11:00, and she's going to be doing a shamanic meditation. So if you want to try different types of meditation, come and take her class.
Noon, we have Ben King. We just had him on yesterday for a live. He is going to be doing Qigong, and Qigong is an ancient movement technique and helps with.
He says it's
overall,
he says it's like a brother sister to yoga
and also to Tai Chi. So it's kind of, so a lot of people have heard of Tai Chi, but that's what it is.
But he uses
it for medical, for all kinds of things in hospitals and things like that. So he actually owns a clinic that he teaches people that.
Okay, so then at 1:00 we have Brooke Bishop, and she's going to be doing sound bowl or sound bath, and that's where they have bowls and the vibration makes a sound, and that sound creates healing within you. So it's be kind of a fun class if you've never tried that before.
At 2:00 we have Carol Simpson, and Coral Simpson, and she does another movement, but this is a different. She uses you focus on a ball and different colors on a ball as you do movement things, and it works the neurology of things. So it's kind of really interesting.
Yeah, so it'll be kind of fun to do that class too. And then at 3:00 we have a breath work class. And so that's kind of like up and coming. A lot of people are learning about the importance of breath work. And so she's going to be doing.
Well, that's with Jessie. You didn't say her name.
Oh, sorry. Jessie Bostic is her name. Is going to be teaching Jessie Bostic. And okay, so then we're going to move on to the food demonstrations. Food demonstrations, they start at 10:30. And our first one is going to be Tammy Duggar. And she is going to be talking about delicious treats for healthy skin, because a lot of people think that when you eat healthy, then you can't eat healthy stuff, or it's bad for you, and everything we eat affects our whole body, and it affects our skin. But she wants to be able to go over some healthy treats that we can have that can be good on our skin. And then at 11:30 we have Jessica and Amy Smith, and they're going to be doing a sprouting class. Now, a lot of people don't realize that sprouting is
things of that nature.
Sprouting things can actually increase the vitamin nutrition level in whatever you're sprouting. Once you get it to be able to make it alive, then it increases that nutrients in it. And so they're going to be going over that and how we can incorporate the sprouting into our lives.
Then we have Greg Hall, and Greg Hall he's going to be doing sourdough bread. 12:30. He's going to be doing sourdough bread, teaching how to do that. But he owns a company that is all on grains, and he uses old grains, grains that aren't GMO'd, all kinds of things like that to that you can have access to what he has as products. But he's going to be teaching how to do sourdough. Okay,
then at 2:30 we have Andrea Sprague and
Sprague.
Is it Sprague?
Sprague.
So she is our gluten-free. She's a holistic coach, and she's going to be talking about gluten-free.
Well, she's a cook, so she actually goes to people's homes and cooks their meals for them, and that's what she does. She cooks their meals for them.
Yeah.
And so if they have a lot of allergies and sensitivities, so she knows the ins and outs on how to cook and how to change up what you have to do to put things in because of different allergies. And
okay, so then at 3:30 we have Tasha. Sorry, it's spelled like Tatia. That's why I said it, but Tasha, and she's going to be talking about cooking with essential oils. And so a lot of people don't realize that you can do that. So it'll be kind of a fun class to be able to attend, to be able to, how we can use these essential oils, not only on our skin or inhaling them, but also in our foods.
And that is our Saturday. So we will go once again. Doors open at 9. We'll be done by 7. It will be a long day. Plan accordingly. So we do have the concession stands there. We have asked them to try to get healthier options, so they're trying to do that. So there'll be more salads and options like that, but I'm sure they'll still have the other stuff as well. But we just want you to be able to come, enjoy it. Whether you can only come for a little bit, a few hours, or come for the whole day, we'd love to have you there so that you can learn. And then we have so many different options that people can try.
It's going to be a fun conference. So anyways, that's it for today. We want to be able to get off, so we have a lot we need to get done here.
Yeah, I got to be there in about 2 hours because booths are going to start setting up, and we got to pack our stuff, and we already got a van load full.
Yeah, that's right. So anyways, we're excited to see you guys. It's going to be an awesome weekend.
And if you haven't gotten your tickets, There's a final day sale today.
Yes,
It's $10 off your ticket, right?
Plus 25% off. So
plus 25%. So you got nothing to lose. So
yeah, so
for
get onto the website
bucks or whatever, it's going to be $30. Just go and get some, it's so well worth it. It's so well worth it. You're going to get so many
website is right there on the bottom, BeHealthyUtah.com, and get on there. All right. We'll see you guys later, and we're excited. Talk to you later. Bye.